everyone, Jamie here with Sweet Pickins. Welcome to our kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm gonna bring you guys along while we make supper tonight. It's gonna be a very easy, inexpensive supper that's going to fill you up and it's just gonna taste so yummy. So you're gonna need carrots for your side dish. Now I buy the bag of small baby carrots. So you could use anything. You can use the little mini carrots. You can use the coins. You could buy full carrots and cut them down, whatever you like. So I buy the bag of just small carrots. Let me show you guys what they look like. So I have to say, I always wash my carrots when I use them out of a bag like this. So I have seen people just literally take them, pour them, and then start cooking with them. There is a film on these carrots to preserve them. I don't know what it is. I haven't done all the research, but there is a film. So if you wash them, I just put them in my vintage colander here. This is half the bag and you can feel the film. So be sure to always wash your pre-bagged vegetables because they do put stuff on it to give them really long shelf life. So this bag that I'm using here is a 2-pound bag. The recipe is only gonna call for 1, but I bought a bigger bag. As you can see behind me, I've already done a half a batch. I've actually done a full batch, but I split this up, so technically it's 2 batches. Hopefully that makes sense. So I wanted to show you guys the different steps. It's very simple and it's very, very easy. So I have completely washed all of my carrots here. And so what I want to do is I'm going to put them in a bowl here and I'm going to put some olive oil on them. Be generous with your olive oil. Okay, so you're just going to have your put olive oil on here. Now, this is all preference. I like to do salt, and we use sea salt, and I like to use pepper. You also could use like red pepper flakes. You can use garlic if you would like. It's completely up to you. I do use garlic, but I use garlic at the end. So I'm just gonna mix this all around. I'm using this vintage stoneware bowl that I picked last weekend at the vintage market. Man, I love this bowl. It's so big and deep. It may not look big, but it is awesome. Okay, so you're gonna just really wanna mix everything in. So then I have a half a cookie sheet. You can use whatever size cookie sheet that you want. And then I have a piece of parchment paper here. So what you're gonna do is you're just going to spread all your carrots out on your cookie sheet. You're gonna wanna make sure they're single layer. It's really important so they all cook evenly. So it's just single layer. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this in a 425 oven for 15 minutes. 425, 15 minutes. Another thing I like to do right before I put them in is just spray one more time. And I have this, you may not have this, but it pours and it spritz. If you don't have one of these, you really need one. So I like to do just a little bit more. This is gonna help this, and it's just olive oil. You can use any kind of oil, but I prefer using olive oil on this. This is just gonna give it just a really nice glaze per se for you to bake. And they are gonna bake so well, and they're gonna be really soft and tender. 425 for 15 minutes. Okay, so when they come out, this is what they look like, okay? So now what we're gonna do is we're going to put a glaze on them. So you're gonna just need a little bowl and honey, any kind of honey that you want. You're gonna need a tablespoon of honey. Okay, so a tablespoon of honey. This is almost gone, and it's big, so it didn't come out very fast. Okay, So then what you're gonna do is you are going to take a little bit of garlic. You can do minced garlic, granulated garlic, garlic powder, whatever you want. I just do a tiny little bit and I mix this together. So essentially it's like a honey garlic. So you're gonna mix this really, really good. And if you need to come back in and make another batch, you can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna brush it on all my carrots. This is not the easiest part because you kind of have to hold your carrots. You don't need a ton, you don't need them doused in this. So I just like to just put it all over the carrots. And if I need more, I don't mind making more. I just don't want to make too much and then it get wasted. And if you're doing a double batch, you're gonna definitely need more. So you're just essentially coating the carrots with the garlic and honey mixture. I'm gonna show you another way if you don't wanna mix it up like this. You don't have to. I just like to have the control to really brush them with the honey. You could, if you feel like you need a little more, let me show you another alternative. So kind of bunch them all together. Then you can just take a little bit of honey. Don't get crazy with the honey, just kind of a drizzle. And you could drizzle it right over the top. And then just do a little bit of garlic. And you could do both ways too. The other way really got it on there. And then what you could do is you could go like this. It's totally up to you. But then just make sure it goes back to a single layer. Because now what we're gonna do is we are going to put this back in the 425 oven for 10 more minutes. You're gonna get a golden color and it's just gonna be the sweetness and everything's just gonna have melted into the carrots and it is gonna be so good. This is extremely healthy. Now, if you wanna make it a little bit unhealthier version, you could, instead of using honey, you could use maple syrup. But then you're getting into a little more sugar. It's totally up to you. Pick your poison. So that is an alternative. So you can see these are all glazed. So they'll go back in for 425 for 10 minutes. And then you will have the most perfect side dish. So guys, we are gonna, the next video, we're gonna go into, I'm gonna show you how to make chicken. It's not rocket science. You probably have made it this way a million times. I have just had so much success with this way. And so I want to show you guys what I do for seasoning and how long I cook and what I'm cooking and all the things. So that will be in the next video. So I'm just trying to show you guys, like, this side dish could go with so many things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have our main protein, we're gonna have some carrots, and then we're gonna have a salad. So it's just a healthier supper and it doesn't cost a lot of money. You guys don't have to spend a lot of money making supper for your family. You really could do it on a budget. And that is my goal, is to really show you guys some really simple, easy, unique ideas for supper. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. I would love it if you would like the video, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, you could follow us on Instagram or Facebook. Just type in Sweet Pickins Reno, Pickins Reno. And we put up stories every single day. You get to see all the new drops of items, or if there's a DIY or any behind the scenes things is always on our Instagram and Facebook. Also, don't forget, we do have a website, shopsweetpickins.com. So guys, thank you so much. We will see you on the next video.